Welcome to Decoded in 5, where your phone has been quietly reporting on you and every other driver around you this entire time without you ever noticing. There are 4 pieces to how this actually works, and by the end of this, you'll know all 4. Let's dive in. You're the sensor. The first piece is the simplest, and the one nobody thinks about. If you've got Maps open, with location turned on, your phone is quietly sending back small bits of information, mainly your speed and position, completely anonymously. Not your name, not your account, just a moving dot, blended in with millions of other moving dots, doing the exact same thing at the exact same moment, all across the same city. You're not being tracked as a person here. You're being counted as traffic, and your commute quietly turned into a single data point among millions, every single morning. The second piece is just simple math. Your phone's current speed on a road gets compared against how fast phones normally move along that exact stretch, at that exact time of day. If everyone's cruising at the usual pace, the road shows clear. If a bunch of phones on that same segment suddenly start crawling, that's not a guess. That's a real, measurable slowdown. And the app marks that road red almost instantly. No cameras, no sensors buried in the highway, no government agency watching a control room somewhere. Just your own phone's speed, measured against yesterday's version of the same road, and the day before that, and every day going back years. This is also why this system barely existed 20 years ago. It needed millions of smartphones before there was enough data. Here's the part that makes this actually reliable instead of a mess. It's never just your phone alone. One driver pulling over, checking a text, or getting lost would completely wreck the data if they were the only signal being trusted. But you're one glowing dot among thousands on that same stretch of road. If everyone else is moving fine, your one weird blip just gets outvoted and smoothed out, treated as noise rather than signal. The system isn't trusting any single phone, it's trusting the crowd. And the more phones on the road, the sharper that picture gets, which is exactly why this works so much better on a busy highway than an empty back road, where there just aren't enough phones to average out one driver. But here's the twist that actually surprised researchers. This system isn't only reacting to traffic that's already happening. Years of this same crowdsourced speed data on the same roads at the same times of day. Let the system learn the pattern before it repeats, so your app can start warning you about the 5 p.m. slowdown at 4:45, before a single car has actually stopped moving. And layered right on top of all that quiet background math are real people actively tapping to report a crash. Human reports fused directly with the machine's own predictions in real time. That combination, millions of silent phones plus real people actively speaking up, is exactly why this got good enough to replace radio traffic reports almost entirely in barely more than a decade. So what does this actually mean for you? The busier an app's community is in your area, the smarter it gets, which is why the app feels brilliant in big cities. And it's also worth remembering, closing the app doesn't necessarily stop your phone from contributing, so it's worth checking what you've agreed to share. Thousands of quiet phones, one simple comparison, a crowd that cancels out the noise, and a system that's learned to predict the jam before it happens. That's how your phone's been spying on traffic this whole time. Thanks for watching. Another one decoded in 5. Subscribe and hit the bell.